couple weeks ago, this was the game to look out for, and it is Florida State at Clemson. The line is 2.5. They are daring us, daring us to take Florida State on the road. Uh, Gosh, man,
Before you
what are
get
your
into this real
thoughts here?
quick, yeah, before you get in, I'll let you start with it, but I want to take everyone back and let's transfer back. It's week one. It's Labor Day weekend. It is Sunday night, right? FSU has just really pulled away from LSU. They won by whatever, like 3-4 touchdowns they did, and everyone's just immediately circled this game in week four. Holy crap! This is going to be such an environment in Death Valley that they haven't seen there in a conference game in so long. And obviously, it's still going to be rowdy. It's still going to be ready to go. But then 24 hours later, after that Sunday night, you're a Clemson fan and you had just gotten, kind of boat raced, not boat raced, but just like utterly demoralized by Duke. And now you're sitting there unranked and you're welcome in the top 5 team, top 10 team in FSU. Oh, man. I don't know. You tell me.
Um, I, Sorry, Clemson. Here's the thing about that Duke game, right? Like Clemson offensively, they outgained Duke significantly, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they found themselves moving the football pretty well. They're moving the ball fine, right?
They had
They
in the
just
red zone, they were like terrible. Or on the other side of the
yeah,
50, they were horrible.
yeah, they just could not finish. And Mike Elko and the boys at Duke just came through. Now, do I think Cade Klubnik is a fantastic quarterback? No, he's nowhere even near close to the best quarterback in that class. Um,
Connor Wigman, shout out. I see what you did there.
I didn't have to say it. I'm assuming that some of these fans hopefully know what they're talking about if you guys are watching this. But I think Jordan Travis, the fact that he's a veteran, right, is going to help them on the road here. Like this is a nightmare of a place to play. There are only a couple places to go on the road and beat Clemson. I mean, last year Spencer Rattler did it. Nathan Peterman's done it, right? So it's not like you have to have like an elite quarterback. Your quarterback just needs to play fantastic. That's what needs to happen. And can Jordan Travis do it? I think so. Andrew Makuba's questionable. We'll see. I mean, he dislocated his elbow a couple weeks ago, so I don't know. I don't know what if he's going to be back. If he's doubtful, if he's out, then that's another defensive back that you're down. And Keon Coleman is a first rounder. I'm sorry, he's a top 15 pick at this point in the season. From what we've seen from him, he's a top 15 pick. So can Clemson slow him down? I don't know. I don't know if they can. Their defensive line was fine against Duke, but like they're not that same Clemson defensive line. And the theory there, I saw someone mentioned this, and I thought that was a really good point. It's like Clemson and Alabama do not have the dominant defensive linemen that they normally do because Texas A&M has all of them, and yet A&M's not done anything with them. But we're not talking
Yeah.
about A&M right now. But I'm just saying, like, this is not the same Clemson defensive line that we've seen. I know that Florida State's on the road. I'm just gonna take the better team here. I'm gonna take Florida State, right? And I'm gonna take them to cover as well, the 2.5.
Yeah. This game is definitely something that's tempting for me to bet. I'm like, oh my, on the surface, you're like top 5 team, unranked team, 2.5 points. That's way too low. But you also have to consider how talented Clemson is. They're still really talented. Okay. And they're in wounded animal mode, right? Their backs against the wall, right? Their season's on the line right now. Their program trajectory is being in question. Nobody's giving them a chance to win this game. Obviously, odd makers are, but like in terms of just the talk of Clemson in general, it's mostly negative at this point in the season. Nate Wiggins, gotta play well. Obviously, got elite wide receivers and weapons on Florida State. Will Shipley, can they actually get him involved and like really like they should have used him? Like I hate to say that, like they should really just run him into the ground this game, out of the backfield catching and obviously handing the ball off to him. I People kind of forget Garrett Riley's still there at Clemson. I mean, he can do some things with this offense. I'm still gonna take Florida State and the points. I think this line's too low. I think Florida State's actually really good. That Boston College win last week, I guess close win last week, doesn't quite scare me. Definitely alarmed me a little bit, but I still think that was a nice wake up call for them. I think that was absolutely a look ahead game. Remember, these are 18 to 22-year-old kids. Okay.
Yes,
Every
yes.
every week you're gonna get a brand new team. Right. Josh Pate says all the time. It's like you get 12 weeks of a team. They're different teams every week. And so it's not gonna be the same. Obviously, you're gonna have ups and downs, but 18 to 22-year-old kids, a lot of them get up for these big games. Florida State still knows how good Clemson is. The ACC, nobody takes Clemson lightly. Um, no matter how good they've looked this year so far. Oh man, I really want to see Clemson, that D line. That there's still talent there. There's some 5 stars on there. There's old defensive lineman. Xavier Thomas, is he healthy? Has he done anything this year? I mean, they still have a talented defense. Still have a talented
Yeah,
defense,
well,
and
they're yeah. I mean, it's nothing elite. It's nothing elite. Like you said, I think this line is at what it is because of the Boston College game last week. I think that's it. I think that's it. So if
so
that game
why?
does not
So why?
happen, Florida State is a 4.5 point favorite.
Yeah. So why aren't we
So
taking? Why are we scared to put money on Florida State? Why we
it's on the
like?
road. It's on the road.
Yeah.
It's on the road.
Yeah.
So that's it. Now that's not
I
going
want
to
to.
stop me from taking some other teams on the road. Future preview for my sprinkles.
I want to ask you a question here though. Who's got the better coaching staff? Not who's got the better coaching staff. I mean, obviously, Lincoln Riley is a better. I'm sorry, not Lincoln Riley. Wow,
Garrett.
not Garrett Riley. I meant to say Dabo Sweeney. I was a Chris jump there. He's obviously a better and has had a more successful career than Mike Norvell. But in terms of like a coaching staff that you feel good enough to prepare themselves for this game, I kind of lean Florida State, and I didn't think I was going to be saying that with the addition of Garrett Riley, but I just still have to. Clemson has to earn my trust where Florida State has. The adjustment that they made against LSU was really impressive, right? In that second half. And I don't know if Clemson can do that. And Florida State, will have a good game plan and have a good plan out of halftime as well, especially if it's a close game.
Look, why was Boston College in the game last week? Explosive plays. Do we know that Clemson is capable of explosive plays? Besides maybe Antonio Williams? Maybe. Put a maybe on that one.
No,
No. Will Shipley does not have a touchdown this year, I don't think. Or he hadn't
which
until
is
maybe like late last game. But like,
it's killing my fantasy team too. Killing my
yeah.
fantasy team.
So, I mean, yeah. And when I checked in on that game, it was like the third quarter or something. I'm like, he still hadn't scored a touchdown. So I don't know. He might have scored in the fourth quarter. I didn't watch. If you think of watch the fourth quarter of that game, you're out of your mind. But uh, yeah. Look, give me Florida State in the points. Is that what you took as well?
Yeah, I'm gonna take them too. But this game it's at 11 o'clock, by the way. Do not sleep through your alarms this week again. We got a couple 11 a.m. games that we're gonna be talking about. This is one of them for sure.